From Thornton Gymnasium on the campus of Aurora University, it's a great day for basketball. Let's play two. Women's basketball earlier, Spartans defeated Carthage in a thriller 83-75, and now it's time for men's basketball as the Spartans of Aurora University square off with the Buccaneers of Beloit College. Happy to be with you on this Tuesday night. My name is Sean Fry. Aurora has split its first 4 games. They are coming off of a 76-70 loss at Dubuque over the weekend. Spartans shot the ball well enough, 52% for, but also 52% against. Dubuque hit 9 threes to just 5 for Aurora. Had 10 more free throw attempts and 8 more makes. And although Aurora got to the rim a bunch and made 60% of their twos, did not have quite enough to get over the finish line in the loss. So the Spartans will look to bounce back and get back into the win column. They have alternated wins and losses here through their first 4, up against a Beloit squad that is off to its best start in at least 25 years per the Beloit Athletic Department. Got to go back to the 2015-2016 season to when Beloit has won more than 10 games. They haven't had a winning record since the 2012-2013 season, but they are 3-1, and they bring back a lot of players. They're picked to finish 8th of 9 teams in the Midwest Conference, but they returned 6 who started 10 or more games, 4 who started 20 or more games, plus 3 more from the rotation. In total, Beloit brings back 88% of its scoring, and it has shown so far 48% from the field, 40% from 3. They won't be super happy with their free throw shooting at 68%. But it's a good start for the Buccaneers, who are coming off of a wire-to-wire win over MSOE on Saturday, 76-67 in that one. They were terrific on the offensive glass. They got a great contribution from the bench, and a lot to be happy about up in Beloit as they try to extend this terrific start with one additional victory. Beloit has not trailed at halftime this season. It's been good starts and typically good finishes. Aurora will try to cool off the Bucks when they square off in non-conference play tonight. Game number 5 of the season for both teams tonight. It's coming up here at athletics.aurora.edu. Aurora and Beloit getting ready for men's basketball. Going to take a look at a few of the scores around the NAC tonight in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about some of the games about to get underway. Edgewood at home against UW Oshkosh tonight. Oshkosh has had a strong team over the years. In addition, Benedictine home to North Central as they're playing a doubleheader tonight. St. Norbert home to Concordia Chicago. NAC opener between those two teams, and two teams that expect to be near the top of the standings. And then UW Stevens Point is at Wisconsin Lutheran tonight. And as for the games that have already gone final, Well, let's start with a game that's in progress, and that is Dominican and Greenville. They are tied at 91. At 91 with 8:47 left. Possessions everywhere in that contest, as we frequently see with Greenville. Joshua West is 21-10 for the Stars. Robert Taylor 18-8. Jacob Riedel 17-10. Daniel Nenig has 16. Taylor Terrell has 12 and counting. That score could get a little out of hand by the end of this one. Lakeland knocked off Martin Luther in overtime. 100-90 the final score in that one. How about 34 points for Cam Yeager for the Muskies? 23 points for Isaiah Hammond. Aiden Polzine and Caleb Fuller added 11 each for Lakeland in the victory. And Rockford fell to Eureka, 78-73, despite 18 points from Kevin Deemer, 13 from Anthony James, and 10 from Tyrese England. And we'll keep an eye on those scores as the evening goes on. For now, though, almost time to introduce the starters and get underway tonight. First, we'll pause for the playing of the national anthem. And it's the AU Pep Band providing the national anthem for tonight's contest. And with that, we're almost ready to go as well. For tonight's starters, first for the visiting Buccaneers of Beloit College, led by fifth-year head coach Josh Hins, a senior, and 4 juniors tonight for the Bucks. They're the 6'5 senior from Beloit, Aziz Ganiyu, a 6'3 junior from Waukesha, Ryan Nixon. From Hazel Crest, Illinois, the 6'3 junior, Jabari Schofield. 6'2 junior out of Chicago, Samaje Roy. And a 6'1 junior out of Edgerton, Wisconsin, Clayton Jenny. Ganiyu, Nixon, Schofield, Roy, and Jenny. The starters tonight for Beloit. Buccaneers are 3-1. The Spartans of Aurora University are 2-2. Here is the lineup tonight for head coach Steve Christensen. 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore. Starters tonight, they are the 6'2 junior out of Chicago, Josh Holmes. From Broadview, Illinois, the 6'3 sophomore, Javon McCautry. A 6'6 senior from Lawrence, Kansas, Noah Butler. 6'5 senior out of Oak Forest, Illinois, Dwayne Jervier Jr. And the 6'4 senior from Broadview, Illinois, Michael Osborne. Again, Holmes, McCautry, Butler, Jervier, and Osborne, the lineup for Aurora as they get set to take the court against Beloit. Aurora left to right, wearing their gray home uniforms, blue numbers outlined in white, white letters outlined in blue. And again, Aurora left to right here across your screen. Beloit wearing navy blue with gold numbers, letters, and trim, and it reads Beloit on the front of the uniform. It looks like it'll be Holmes and Ganiyu. "20 minutes on the clock here in this first half. See if the Spartans can get back on track tonight. It will be Butler winning the tip to Jervier, and we are underway. Man-to-man defense for the Buccaneers. Osborne feeds the corner. McCautry, nothing there. Back out to Osborne, and now Butler on the right wing. Trying to size up Roy. Jump stop in the free throw circle, 6 to shoot. McCautry has to put up the long 2, and it's off the mark. Roy the rebound, and the Buccaneers got a stop on their opening possession. Jenny with the ball out on the perimeter, and the handoff to Roy. Around the arc and over to the wing for Ryan Nixon. It's up top to Schofield. He'll feed Ganiyu, edge of the lane. 10 on the shot clock here. Aurora man-to-man to start. Schofield gathers it on the right wing, tries to get to the rim on Osborne, left the floater short. 2 on the shot clock. It was saved into the seats just before the shot clock buzzer. Would have been Aurora basketball one way or the other. Officials tonight, Jerry Scherzinger, Tyler Johnson, and Clarence Rack. Spartans ball, 1 minute into our first half. McCautry flying to the rim and stepped on the baseline. Well, a turnover here on the second Aurora possession. Schofield on the wing around the arc, cut off on the left wing by Nixon. To Jenny, feeds Ganiyu up top. Now Nixon has it again. Schofield, and now inside Ganiyu. Jervier guards him. 7 to shoot. It's swung out to Jenny. Jump stop to the baseline. 2 to shoot, and Beloit once again does not get a shot off. 2 trips, 2 turnovers. Good Aurora defense. And Beloit has been unable to pull the trigger to this point on a jump shot. See what Aurora can do. Had 1 miss, 1 turnover. Now Butler in the lane, swatted. Oh, no one can get anything going right now. We're nearly 2 minutes in, no points. Here's the first field goal attempt from Beloit, no good. Offensive board Ganiyu, and that didn't get to the rim. The other way in transition, Osborne high off the window and good. So it's 2-0 Aurora. We're 2 and change into our first half. So Beloit went from being too patient to maybe not being patient enough. We'll see if they can find the compromise right here, and it certainly looks like it as they get it inside to Roy. Use the basket to defend the rim, and he laid it in, and we're even at 2. 2.5 minutes into our first half. McCautry dribbles baseline and tossed up top. Here's Holmes. Stops high post. Give and go with Jervier, and now to Osborne on the volleyball line. He'll go to Butler. Deep 3, and it's good from the right wing. Aurora back in front 5-2. Very patient possessions here so far through this one. A lot of basketball left, but looking for great shots. Beloit sometimes passing up some good ones in the early going. Ball tipped out of bounds. Buccaneers will send it back in. It's into Ganiyu. Faked the handoff and now tries to roll to the rim. Good defense by Jervier. Didn't get the geometry right. And Aurora gets the rebound. Osborne, the ball on the deck here. They'll feed it to Holmes in front of the Beloit bench. Around the arc, cut off on the wing by Butler. To McCautry, got a screen into a jumper, and Ganiyu flashed out, got the block, and then is fouled by McCautry. Ganiyu is going to be difficult to deal with out there. 13.5 points, nearly 8 rebounds per game. Leads the Midwest Conference with 3.5 offensive boards per game and is in the top 3 in total rebounds per. Averaged 13 and 8 a year ago. Samaje Roy, 14 and 7 as well. Those are the leading scorers for Beloit. For Aurora, Noah Butler, 15.5 rebounds. Michael Osborne averaging 15 and 6 as well. 3 up top, Jenny tumbles off the rim. Offensive board, Ganiyu, the putback and 1. No great shock there, folks. Ganiyu with the offensive board. The foul here on Jervier. Ganiyu has been very tough this season, as I mentioned. And he will go to the line for a couple. Just under 70% here through the early going. He gets to the line a good bit. 32 times through 4 games, now 33. And he ties it up. 5-all, nearly 4 minutes into our first half. McCottry running it here. We saw Lathan Lewis check in. There's a steal. It's Roy. He rumbles to the hole, missed in tight. He overran the takeoff point on the layup. Beloit will keep the basketball as Jervier tipped it out of bounds, and Roy takes a look to the rafters for a moment. It was Schofield and Nixon who came out. I mentioned we saw Lewis enter, and here's Daquan Davis, who's also into the contest, and he gets into the lane. He's not on the same page with Roy, and he throws it into the Aurora bench. 3rd turnover for the Buccaneers. Holmes takes the handoff, tries to get downhill, pulls up for the high post J, and it's good. Holmes averaging just under 10 points per game. Had 8 on 4 of 6 from the field against Dubuque over the weekend. Ganiyu, the handoff to Lewis on the right wing. Aurora still in a man-to-man defense and scrambling a little bit out there right now. There's a travel called on Lewis. And so Aurora was a bit out of sorts defensively for a moment, but Beloit gives it up. Jervier will come off. Here's Makai Doby, the freshman from Rockford, and looks like Jenny's going to get a breather for Beloit. As into the contest comes Anthony Carter, a freshman out of Greenfield, Wisconsin. Limited minutes, but has appeared in all 5 games, averages about 6 minutes per. Spartans 7-5, nearly 5 minutes in to the first half. McCottry, the handoff, Holmes, spins into the high post, knocks down the jumper from there again. Josh Holmes liking that mid-range jumper, perfect from 15 so far. 9-5 the advantage, and it's Carter with the ball to Lewis around the arc. Cut off up top by Ganiyu. Here's Roy. Davis, and into the post, Ganiyu. He'll swing it to the corner, and that was read well by Doby for the steal. 5 turnovers in 10 possessions for Beloit. One was a shot clock violation. A second one essentially was a shot clock violation. And 3 others, but Aurora will give this one back here. Bounce pass from Doby went right through Noah Butler's legs. McCottry will come off. Trey Jenkins is in. Jenkins, the sophomore from Kenosha. It's like no changes for Beloit here. They're just 2 of 8 from the floor, haven't scored now in nearly 2 minutes. It's Carter running the floor. Roy attacks the rim. Look at Doby got a hand on it. Board came back down to Ganiyu, and he's fouled on the way back up. This is a team in the top 25 in the country in rebound margin to this point in the season, and it's considerable. More than 11 plus per game are the Buccaneers here through 4+ games, and their advantage on the boards is already substantial. It's 8-2, 5-0 on the offensive glass. But they've also missed 7 shots. Aurora's only missed 3. Here's Ganiyu. Free throw is good. Second free throw is also good. Here is Butler. Once again, wants the mid-range. This one off the rim. Rebound for Beloit. They come the other way. Miss for Beloit, right down the other way, Osborne, and it's good. Spartans 11-7. Here is Davis on the wing. Around the arc, Lewis cuts it off. Feeds Davis in the post. Goes to work on Jenkins, tries to fall away, it rims out. Roy batted the rebound, got it loose. Holmes falling out of bounds, had to save it as the last touch was Aurora, but was not able to find any contact. Couple changes. Ganiyu's going to come off, so is Roy. Into the game comes Caden Anderson, senior out of Westmont. Looks like Schofield is back in as well for Beloit. Holmes and Butler come off. Jervier has returned, and here's Isaiah Davis, freshman, the alum of Bishop McNamara High School in Kankakee. Spartans by 4. Davis pulls up from the elbow, knocks it in. 11-9, 12:30 here to play in our first half. Doby for Osborne. Here's Davis in the corner, works it up top. That's Jenkins. Tries the three, back iron, no good. Rebound tipped and run on to by Carter. Quickly ahead. Schofield tried to get inside and is fouled. Fourth team foul on Aurora. And start counting those. It's on Jenkins. 4 players with 1 foul each. And still none for Beloit. Looks like Brian Roosh will check in here and replace Lewis. Roosh, another senior. All in all, it's a bench that Josh Hins will go fairly deep into. Plays 10 to 12 on most evenings. Roosh will inbound into the corner. Schofield up top. Drives. Gets the foul. He does not get the foul. They'll call an offensive foul here on Schofield for the armbar. So that's his first, and it is the first foul of the game for Beloit. Not quite 8 minutes in. And that's also the 6th turnover in 13 possessions. McCautry, short corner, drops it inside. Jervier, the basket and one. And Jervier, averaging 6 points, 6.5 rebounds, is already with 4 tonight. Stand corrected. That's his first basket tonight, and he'll have a chance to make it 3. Tyree Spencer will replace Michael Osborne here at the stoppage. Spencer, senior from Berkeley, Illinois. Jervier to the line. First free throws of the season. No good here, and it stays a 4-point game. Beloit into its offense. Anderson to the left wing, Davis to Schofield, top of the arc. Backs out to the wing, guarded by Doby. Once again, tries to get inside. Nothing there. So it's out to Roosh on the wing. Schofield again. The jump stop stripped. Loose ball comes to Davis. 2 to shoot. Had to hurry to get rid of it. And missed the rim out of bounds as the shot clock expires. I don't think that will go in as a turnover. It'll just go in as a miss. Beloit 3 of 13 from the field. Just 1 3-point attempt. This is a team that was in the bottom 20 in the country last year in 3-point attempts per game. Aurora didn't attempt a lot of 3-pointers either, but Beloit even fewer. Davis, right wing for 3, and it's good. And Davis on the board tonight, trying to get heated up from 3-point range. And Kansas first look tonight as Aurora goes up 16-9. Under 11 to play in the first. Carter tries the runner. It was a bit out of control, but Aurora wasn't able to secure the rebound. Beloit nearly threw it away again. Ball is loose on the floor, diving for it. Finally, it rolls out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Spencer. Roy and Jenny are going to re-enter for Beloit. So is Ganiyu. Carter, Anderson, and Davis all head off. Beloit hasn't scored now in more than 2 minutes. Right now they are finding the shots difficult to come by. Aurora's man-to-man defense has been very difficult. Roosh on left wing, feeds the baseline. Roy missed in tight. Rebound is loose, and Jervier ripped it away and then traveled. Well, how could you not? Just trying to win that rebound, and to his credit, he did. Remains 16-9, ball into the post, and Davis took it away. Josh Hins will not be pleased with the lack of ball security so far for Beloit. McCautry on the left wing, dribbles to the baseline, and now throws it out. Spencer, top of the arc, to McCautry on the left wing. He gets a screen, gives it to Doby, who wants three. Back iron and no good. Rebound out of bounds, but a loose ball foul called on Jervier. Well, that is his second, joining Jenkins with 2 fouls. He'll come off for Butler. We're midway through the first half. It's 16-9. Aurora 7 of 12 from the field. Beloit 7-0 on the offensive glass, but they're shooting at 20%. They've done what they've needed to do to get opportunities and have not been able to cash in. Roosh walks out to Schofield on the wing. He looks inside Ganiyu. He's doubled. He's defended by 4 players inside. Couldn't get it up out of that pile and didn't get it to the rim. Rebound for Aurora, and then Spencer foul. Got a lane to the rim. Ganiyu rotated over late, and Spencer will go to the line. Good vision there by Spencer. Ganiyu picks up his first foul. 9:36 to play. It's 16-9. Sean Fry with you. Matt Davis on the camera. Big thanks to all of our facilities and athletic communications workers today, sticking around as classes are over for the week. This was the last day. 3-day break. Everyone back on Monday. First free throw for Spencer up and good. His first attempt of the year. In his previous season at Roosevelt, it's 83% from the line, so a very strong free throw shooter. And he's 2 for 2 to make it 18-9. Time out Beloit. 30-second chat coming up. 8-0 run for Aurora over the last, make that 7-0 run for Aurora over the last 3:07. Beloit looking for some answers. Let's check in on that Greenville-Dominican game. The scoring slowed down a bit. Greenville wins 113-110. As Greenville with enough to get over the finish line. The game-winning basket ended up being actually a series of free throws. Greenville took the lead with 1:16 on a free throw and then made a couple in the final 5 seconds, and Dominican did not get a shot off. Beloit basketball. Jenny, Schofield, Nixon, Ganiyu, and Roy. The starting 5 are on the floor as Aurora now moves in to what appears to be a zone defense, and Roy lets go of a 3. Missed. Ganiyu got the offensive board and put it back as he has 6 points tonight. 8-0 on the glass on offense for Beloit. Finally able to cash in. Now a 9-0 advantage on second chance points and still behind by 7. Butler, Doby, Davis, McCautry, and Spencer are the 5 here for Aurora. 9 to play in our first half. Butler straightaway 3, did not get the rim. Right now, the larger problem for Beloit, 18 possessions, 7 turnovers. Percentage way too high at this point. Nixon here on the right wing. Around the arc, cut off on the left wing by Schofield. Looks inside for Ganiyu. Doubled again, and he's fouled by Spencer. Last foul to give here for Aurora. That is Spencer's first. Well, and Ganiyu is difficult to deal with inside, and that appears to be their game plan, is get it into him and let him do what he does. Right now, on the perimeter, it's Jenny on the left wing. As Aurora continuing to stick with this zone look here. High post for Schofield, he's in trouble. Gets the fall away off with the shot clock running down, didn't draw the rim. McCautry caught it on the way down. And a slow jog over the timeline. Here's the handoff to Davis. Man-to-man look for Beloit. They've stuck with that to this point. Dobie up top, McCautry. He'll drive, pulls up from 10 and missed. Maybe didn't realize that the lane did not appear to be closing from up here. Might have been able to get all the way there. Rebounds out of bounds, and it's Beloit basketball. It's like Schofield's going to head off, and Lewis will enter. Lewis played in the NAC last season for Dominican. He has the ball here on the wing. To Ganiyu up top. Spartans in a man look. Lewis gets it in the corner and tries to battle here on Spencer, and he took him down. Now Spencer absorbed the first one. Lewis came back for more and was whistled for the 4th team foul. Make that the 3rd team foul. And his first. That is the 4th team foul. I had it right the first time. And that is, as I mentioned, Lewis's first foul. Spencer pulls up inside the free throw line. It tumbles off the rim. Roy hauls in the rebound. And he'll bring it up. Nixon here up top. Ganiyu screens for him. Nixon steps into a 3-ball. Back iron, no good, and in fact over the backboard for a stoppage. Osborne will replace Dobie here, I believe. No, he'll replace McCautry. Dobie stays out there. And Osborne will put it in for Spencer. We've got 7 minutes left here in the first half. An 18-11 game. Davis, right wing. Top to Butler. No one with more than 6 points in this game so far. You might imagine in such a low-scoring game. Butler, the spin move in the block by Ganiyu. Nixon then stopped on the timeline. Nearly turned it over to Osborne. He tried to chase that one down into the first row and could not keep it in. Jenny off, Carter in. No one has scored for 2.5 minutes now. Aurora has missed 5 of its last 6 shot attempts. Beloit's missed 7 of 8. Lewis, top to Carter, left wing 3, knocks it in. It's the 4th 3-point attempt for Beloit, their first make to make it a 4-point game. Spencer has it on the far sideline, now walks to the top of the key. Quick give and go with Davis. The pass to the right wing for Osborne. Dobie up top, pulls up the jumper from the elbow, and it's good. First bucket tonight for Dobie. Had a career best 9 points on Saturday over Dubuque. Carter quickly ahead. Give and go with Nixon, and now to Roy, who picks it up on the left wing. Pass to Lewis in the corner. Roy has it again, trying to drive. Jump stop, fall away against Butler, no good, and Noah scoops up the rebound. Osborne ahead to Dobie and Davis. Quick 3 here, it's good. Davis with a lightning fast release. And no doubt about that one, as he's banged in a couple threes on 3 attempts. Spartans by 9, largest lead tonight. Give Adobe the assist on that last one. Lewis drives, and Butler takes the charge just outside the restricted area. Fifth team foul. Again, Beloit is in the bonus, and now they have one last foul to give. Just a little impatient that time for Beloit. Michael Miles has checked in. He replaced Ganiyu. Looked like McCautry subbed in for Doby. Here's a miss. And it's rebounded by Beloit. Lewis to Carter. Finds Roy on the baseline. He'll work it up top. Miles to Lewis on the wing. Guarded by McCautry. Aurora still man-to-man here. Nixon, the hesitation. His drive was cut off. It's out to Roy on the wing. And he tries to take it inside, and he and Davis collide, and Davis will pick up the foul. So the 1-and-1 here. Roy 11 of 16 at the line this season. His first free throws tonight on the way. There's 4:37 left. Here in the first half of a 23-14 basketball game. Not a ton of possessions. Aurora is 9 for 20 from the field. Beloit with an 8-0 advantage on the offensive glass, but with 9 turnovers is 5 of 22. First toss, left short, rebound Osborne. This has been a lackluster offensive performance so far for the Buccaneers. And fortunately for them, they have 24 minutes to try to make some corrections. Post-entry pass was stolen by Nixon, who made a nice play on the ball. Then managed to keep from turning it over. He gets to the rim, drops it off to Miles, and he's fouled on the layup attempt. Senior from Atlanta will go to the line. 2 free throws coming up after the 8th Aurora team foul. Holmes gave the foul. I set the lineups here for you quickly. Roy, Carter, of course Miles at the line. Lewis and Nixon, the 5 for Beloit. First free throw, no good. Osborne, McCautry, Butler, Davis, and Holmes are on the floor for the Spartans. 4:14 left. Beloit scoreless for more than 2 minutes, and they remain so for now, but no one boxed out the shooter. And then Davis collided with Miles and puts him back on the line for the 1-and-1. So Miles gets a do-over here. 2:43, the scoreless drought. And the miss on the 1-and-1. Beloit now 3 of 7 from the line. Osborne drives and kicks. Davis wants 3 more. It rims out. That was halfway down, but the iron unkind. Under 4 to play here in the first, 23-14. Roy has it up top, puts up the 3, missed. McCautry the rebound. He'll give it to Osborne, back to McCautry, who steps to the wing. Osborne and now Davis on the right wing, back to Mike up top. Drives up over Miles and missed. Did not draw the rim. And it'll be Lewis with the ball in his hands for Beloit. Buccaneers trying to respond, down 9, 23-14. Lewis looks inside, it's not there. Aurora has not allowed very much defensively except on the glass tonight. Other than that, the looks have largely not been clean. And as I say that, Miles got a moment and was able to knock down the 3 ball to make it 23-17. Spencer in the half court for Aurora. Now it's Aurora who hasn't scored in nearly 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes as a matter of fact. Davis got a screen and he got a lane to the hole, but a late strip and he sees it carry him off his knee and out. Here's Jenny and Ganiyu. Like Carter, Roy, Miles all head off. It's like Schofield also re-entered for the Bucks. 2.5 minutes. What remains here in our first half, where the points have been hard to come by. Nixon on the wing. Gives it to Jenny at the volleyball line. Screens for Jenny. Now a short pass to Lewis on the wing. Looks to get downhill and lost the ball, but it was batted out of bounds by Holmes as he went to the floor. 7 to shoot. Jenny will inbound. Goes into Ganiyu inside the free throw line, and he lost it on the spin move. McCautry the steal in transition to the rim. The miss, the follow, Holmes. It's good. 6 for Josh. Aurora back up 8 here in the last 2 minutes. First half coming to its conclusion. Aurora has not trailed. They've been tied twice at 2-2 and 5-5. Schofield, not an especially great look at the rim that time, and he missed. McCautry able to track it down in the corner, and now Aurora will push for more, and Davis is called for a travel in the corner. I'm unclear if Steve Christensen is in a great deal of agreement with that one, and it certainly does not appear like he is. Roy back in here for the final 88 seconds. Schofield will head to the bench for Beloit. Another drought, more than 90 seconds for the Buccaneers. Roy is on the wing to Ganiyu up top. He'll bounce it over to Nixon on the wing. Screens, and Nixon fires from 18 and missed. Once again, no box out. Jenny missed. Another offensive board, Roy. Steve Christensen is not happy and will call a timeout here. He will not call a timeout. The referee will with 1:01. Just 4 points for Roy tonight, but 5 rebounds, 6 points, 5 boards for Ganiyu. Rebounds are 25-14 in favor of Beloit, including 11-1 on the offensive glass. And to be honest, the way Beloit has shot the basketball, that might be the only reason this is especially that close. Aurora hasn't shot the lights out, but Beloit at just 25%. It could be far worse if not for their work on the boards. Osborne wants to fall away, and he's fouled on the hand by Lewis. 16 foul, so Aurora will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Beloit is in the double bonus for whatever that's worth here in the final 46 seconds. Osborne to the line for the first time tonight. He was 78% at the line last season. He's now 12 of 15 this season, so he's been reliable over the course of his career. Looks like Davis will come off here for Doby for the final ticks of this first half. Aurora averaging 73 points per game, Beloit 75. A lot of work will be needed in the second half for either team to approach those averages. Second toss doesn't go. Beloit quickly gets it into the front court. Here's Nixon. As Aurora is into a man-to-man, but switching quite a bit. Ganiyu for 3, it's no good. Roy gets the offensive board, puts it back. And looked like he may have taken a hand to the face as well. 26-21. Shot clock is off. McCautry has it near the scorer's table. 8 seconds. The crossover, the drive, and the drop-off. Butler was blocked by Ganiyu. No foul called. 3.2 seconds to play in the half. They'll bring in Davis here for the three-point threat. And we'll see what Aurora draws up here for the last shot. They'll lead going to the break, the fourth time in 5 games. Be a foul underneath the rim, and the 1-and-1 coming instead. So that is certainly not what Josh Hins was hoping for. Aurora will have a chance to potentially add on 2 points. 1-and-1 for Osborne after splitting a couple earlier. So Davis ran through, heard the whistle, and now heads to the bench. Doby is back in after taking a seat for approximately 23 seconds of real time. Osborne misses the free throw. Roy with the rebound and doesn't get a shot off. Did not go anyway. We'll go to halftime. Aurora leads 26-21. The totals, a look around the NAC, and the final 20 minutes here at Thornton Gymnasium are coming up. This is Aurora University men's basketball. Halftime here at Thornton Gymnasium, Lancaster Court, seeing Aurora lead Beloit 26-21. They have not trailed and have in fact been in the lead for all but 3 minutes of this one have the Spartans. Sean Fry here with you on this Tuesday night. Let's take a look at the totals. Aurora 10 of 24 from the field, 42%, 3 of 6 from 3 and from the free throw line. Beloit just 27%, 8 for 30. 2 of 7 from 3, 3 of 7 at the line. But for how poorly they shot the ball, no doubt they will be pleased with still being very much in this basketball game by virtue of having a 12-1 advantage on the offensive glass and a 28-14 lead on the boards overall. Beloit also 10 turnovers to 7 for Aurora. Second chance points heavily in favor of Beloit, 13-2. Aurora an 8-4 edge in points off of turnovers. Scoring is balanced for Aurora. 6 points leads the way. That's Isaiah Davis on a couple of 3 balls. 5 points, 4 rebounds for Noah Butler. 5 and 5 for Michael Osborne. 4 points for Josh Holmes. 2 apiece, Dwayne Gervier Jr. and Makai Doby, as well as Tyree Spencer. For Beloit, game high 7 points, 5 rebounds for Aziz Ganiyu, 6.7 rebounds for Samaje Roy. And then after that, 3 points a pop for Anthony Carter and Michael Miles, 2 for Daquan Davis. So not a ton in the way of scoring. Let's take a look. Some out-of-town scores. Dominican fell to Greenville 113-110. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, it was Lakeland in overtime over Martin Luther 100-90, and Rockford fell to Eureka 78-73. As for some games that are going on as we speak, let's start in Madison, where Edgewood squaring off with UW Oshkosh, and right now it's Oshkosh in front 49-37 as they approach the midpoint of the second half. Kate Ellingson leads the Eagles with 12 points. Speaking of Eagles, another battle of birds. It's North Central at Benedictine, 46-43 Cardinals midway through the second half. It's Nick Howard with 11 points to pace the Eagles in that contest. We got some others going on as we speak. St. Norbert is home to Concordia Chicago. A NAC matchup. Green Knights in front, 49-44, 3.5 minutes into the second. Evan Glazer, 14 points, 7 rebounds to lead the Green Knights. 9 points for Justin Greenlee and Jacob Collicott lead the Cougars in that one. And our last one tonight, Wisconsin Lutheran at home and leading UW Stevens Point 47-28 at the intermission. 3 players with 9 points for the Warriors. And that's your tour of the NAC. One other quick note in that Lakeland Martin Luther game. Quite a performance by Cam Yeager for Lakeland. He poured in 34 points tonight for the Muskies and added 9 rebounds. 13 of 17 at the free throw line. Not bad at all. Beloit starts with the basketball wearing navy. They'll go left to right. Aurora is in gray, moving right to left. Starters for the Spartans: Holmes, McCottry, Butler, Gervier, and Osborne. Same for the Buccaneers: Ganiyu, Nixon, Schofield, Roy, and Jenny. Aurora man-to-man here in the opening possession, leading by 5. 8 to shoot. Here's Roy. Tries to get to the bucket, and he does after Butler may have been trying to take a charge. Either that or he lost his balance, and either way he ended up on his back with no call. And an easy lay-in for Roy, who has 8 points. That's a game high. Now Osborne gets into the lane, bounce pass. Apparently off of Gervier and out of bounds. Steve Christensen comes right on over to have a word. You rarely win that argument, and there wasn't a discussion that was about to be forthcoming there. So Beloit can potentially tie the game this time up the floor. Jenny with it on the wing. Roy up top. He got a screen, didn't pull up from 3. He'll go to Dixon instead, and McCottry picks up the foul. Butler picks up the foul. I thought it was McCottry. So that's Butler's second, the first foul of the half. A minute in. The inbound pass, Roy able to get it, goes to Schofield. He's in the corner. Back to Roy. Dixon in the corner with 10. Dribbling on the baseline, he'll have to throw it out. Jenny for three and the tie, and it's good. Third tie tonight. And that's a 7-0 run for the Buccaneers. Now Beloit, man-to-man here. Butler going to the rim on Roy and gets the foul. That's Roy's first. And so we're even on the foul board, and Butler will go to the line for a couple. First tosses tonight for Butler, 77% on the season. He's done well to get to the line all year long to this point. 18th free throw attempt here in his fifth game. He was very strong in that area last season as well. Shot 74% at the line a year ago as well, so he's been reliable at the stripe, and he knocks in both here as Aurora retakes the advantage. 28-26. Aurora brings a little pressure in the backcourt. Schofield will bring it up and hand off to Dixon on the sideline. Roy has it in front of the scorer's table now. Feeds Ganillo at the free throw line. He'll rumble down to the block, and he missed from there. Offensive board, though, for Dixon, and they'll swing it out. Second chance, Roy for three from the corner. Good. And the Bucks lead for the first time tonight. 29-28. Aurora will try to take the advantage back. Osborne to McCautry around the screen. Now swings it out. Osborne from deep rattles it in. Spartans back in front, 31-29. This was a tight one last year. Aurora and Beloit have found a way to be in close games. The Spartans have won 12 of 20, but last year Beloit won 57-55 on an Aziz Ganillo layup with 0.3 of a second left. That gave Ganillo 20. Miss here. Aurora the rebound. Spartans would love to not let it get that close again, but Beloit has stayed with it with a little help from their solid rebounding. Here's McCautry, the spin move, and fouled on the J. So 2 free throws for Javon coming up. 3 minutes into this second half. Spartans 31-29. Now McCautry a year ago, north of 60% from the line, but it's been a struggle so far. He's 5 of 11. We'll try to get that turned around tonight. And knocks in the first one. That'll bring him back to 500 on the season at the line, and they'll try to move forward here. First point tonight for McCautry as well. Second toss, rims out. As a team, Aurora 67% from the line. They shot at 72% a year ago. It's a small sample, but some room for improvement, certainly in that area. Dixon here in the corner for Beloit, attacks the rim, missed. Ganillo the offensive board, and he knocks it in. We have a 1-point game. 32-31. The advantage is an incredible 13-1 on the offensive glass. Holmes travels. That's Aurora's 9th turnover tonight. Beloit into the half court here. A pick and pop for Dixon, who then tries to get inside, and McCautry fouled him. The second team foul here on Aurora. 2 fouls both ways now. It's McCautry's second personal. No one with more than a couple fouls at this point in the ball game. Beloit trailing by 1 and trying to change that here. Schofield up top to Jenny. Dixon is in front of his bench. And now Aurora back in a zone look here. Schofield attacks it and did not draw the iron on the runner. Aurora doing a little bit of defensive switching. Osborne got a screen and steps into a 15-footer. He missed. Rebound was batted back to Butler, and he puts it back. Just the second offensive board tonight for Aurora, but to their credit, they have buckets on each one. So the efficiency, you can't beat it. Just not near enough. But they lead by 3. Dixon gets to the block, tried the up and under, and then got blocked by McCautry. Loose ball comes to Holm. And Holmes will run it up. No one guarded him, and he stepped back into that 15-footer that he knocked down repeatedly in the first half. 6 points, 3 field goals, all from the same spot on the floor. All from the same side of the lane, for that matter. 36-31 Spartans, 14:40 left. Ganiyu has it at the block, guarded by Butler. Unable to face up, so it goes out to Dixon. Got a screen, a pick and roll for Ganiyu. Has to put up the corner 3 with the shot clock running down. He missed, and Jenny gets the rebound. Dixon, the drive, the miss, another offensive board, and the foul on the putback. Steve Christensen is beside himself. Ganiyu to the line. Ganiyu has 9 points. He now has 10 to go along with 7 rebounds. We don't have that broken out on my screen as far as offensive versus defensive. But rest assured, with a 16-2 advantage, probably a good portion of those 7 boards are on the offensive glass. Butler is out here at this stoppage. Makai Doby replaced him. Ganiyu back to the line, makes the free throw. He and Samaje Roy have 11 points. They are the game leaders and the only players up over 10 points tonight. Ganiyu will come off after that. Looks like Anthony Carter has replaced him. Caden Anderson is in as well. Lathan Lewis and Brian Roosh. So there's a large change out there for Beloit. Doby is up top. He'll drive and miss in tight. Rebound tipped, and Roosh gets it. But then Doby got in and stole it, and that miss led to a missed jumper for Holmes. Beloit secures that rebound. Lewis goes the other way, and his attempt was blocked. Jervier got back and altered the shot. Holmes in transition. Let's reset the lineups. Isaiah Davis is in, along with Makai Doby, Michael Osborne, Dwayne Jervier Jr., and Josh Holmes. Davis up, under, and to the line for 2. After the 3rd Beloit team foul, which is on Caden Anderson. That is going to be his first. Roy still out there. Carter, Anderson, Roosh, and Lewis are the 5 for the Buccaneers. Looks like Trey Jenkins is about to enter for Aurora. First toss for Isaiah, back iron, no good. And now Jenkins will replace Holmes. Second free throw also doesn't go. Rebound for Roy. Roy in the backcourt. Aurora bringing full court pressure. Carter just beat the 10-second clock, and it was very close. Up top, Roosh wide open for three. We are tied. Roosh got lost 25 feet from the basket and made no mistake. 36 all, 13 minutes into, well, 13 minutes remaining more accurately in our second half. Had a close one in the women's game before this, and another close one here. Osborne drives, and the finish. And Michael, the first Spartan, with 10 points tonight. Roosh with it to Anderson. Once again, the pressure nearly forced a turnover. This one is batted away and into the seats by Davis. Daquan Davis is going to replace Roy here. Shot clock is at 20, 38-36 Spartans, 12:33 left. Anderson to the wing, left open, hoists the three. Back iron and no good, and Osborne has the rebound. And he's immediately fouled by Lewis. That is 4 personals on Lewis. That is not a great one either. Entirely too aggressive, 70 feet from the basket. And he'll go off here as Nixon comes on. And suspect we won't be seeing Lewis for a considerable portion of the remaining minutes. Doby for Aurora, feeds Jervier in the post, tries to back down Anderson, and he'll get the hoop and the harm. Jervier, both of his buckets have come with the bonus free throw. He missed it the first time. He'll try it again here. Let's see if he can complete the three-point play. 40-36 Aurora. 2 lead changes, 4 ties so far in this one. Beloit has not shot it anywhere near as well as they have in the first 4 games, but they have rebounded it every bit as well. 3-point play good here. 5-point Aurora lead. And credit to Beloit. Found a way to remain in this game despite not having the shots fall. Late whistle here. Osborne collided with Roosh, and I don't necessarily disagree with the foul, but just took a long second to get that whistle in there. 4th team foul. Here's Nixon. Off the perimeter to the free throw line. Shovels it underneath for Davis, rejected. Doby rotated over and hit it hard. Aurora in transition, Davis for 3, it's perfect. A foul underneath as well. Aurora up 44-36, and Aurora will get the ball. That'll be Aurora ball underneath. Foul is on Anderson. And this is a chance for a big possession for Aurora. 8-0 run over the last minute 40. Ganiyu's going to replace Anderson here, and now Beloit desperately needs a stop. Aurora 5 for 8 from 3. Davis a career best 9 points. He gets it on the inbound. Thought about pulling up from there. Instead gives it to Osborne. Up top, Doby. And Osborne again. He's on the left wing. Calls for a screen. Got it. And then lost the handle. Loose ball rolls over. Is picked up by Davis. 10th Aurora turnover. Beloit, after having some ball security issues, has closed that gap to just 1 now. And now we'll go to work trying to cut into this deficit. Carter tried to run the pick and roll. Ended up pulling up and got rejected by Doby. Long stretch pass the other way, Osborne. They're going to wave that off. I think that's probably the right call. Jenkins came in, and the ball was on the rim, and it looked like Jenkins got a piece, and that's offensive goaltending. A little bit too eager there. You cannot hit the ball over the cylinder offensively or defensively. And so that one's going to come off the board. And it remains 44-36. 10:40 remaining here. Second half of action. Jenny on the left wing, left open for three. Misses. Offensive board, Nixon. He was wide open there on the block. Davis with the block. Now Aurora piling those up. That's their 8th block. This time, Osborne finishes at the rim. The lead is 10. The referee goes down trying to call the timeout. He's okay. Both head coaches go over to check. Bob Barnett over to check as well. Full timeout, Beloit. 46-36 Spartans. This is Aurora University men's basketball. Lead is 10 for Aurora, largest lead tonight, and all in a run over the last 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Beloit, meanwhile, they were not shooting the ball well to begin with. They've missed 10 of their last 11 shots. Good grief. That's not going to do it. They're plus 15 on the offensive boards. They're even in turnovers. Aurora has 8 blocks. That's been part of the problem for Beloit. Now they'll have to deal with 4 in their backcourt. Jenny's in trouble. He just throws it up. Davis rescued it. Now he finds Nixon the other way. 5 on the floor, Roy, Jenny, Nixon, Ganiyu, and Davis for the Buccaneers. Ganiyu has it here, short corner. Back to the full corner for Nixon. He'll go inside Davis. Waits out the contest, and then knocks it in from 10. That ends a long run. 3.5 minutes without a basket. Jenkins, Doby, Osborne, Jervier, Davis. They're the 5 for Aurora out of the timeout. Davis for 3. Back iron. No. Ganiyu got the rebound, ended up on the floor. Tossed it to Nixon, and he was fouled by Doby. 5th team foul. Now let's reset the situation after Doby's first. Aurora, 1 more foul to give. Let me try that again. Aurora, 1 foul to give. Beloit has 6, so Aurora is in the bonus. Spartans also have the possession arrow. Still 9 and change left. A long way to go, but something to keep an eye on. Davis tried to face up and forgot about Doby, who came in for his 3rd steal. To Osborne. He'll find Davis. Shovels that into the corner for Jenkins. The pump fake, the 3, and the miss. Jenny the rebound and managed to stay in bounds. We'll get a screen from Ganiyu. Feeds it to Roy, getting downhill to the cup, and he'll get the basket and 1. As Jenkins picks up his 3rd foul. And that is Aurora's last foul to give. There will be free throws the rest of the way. Jenkins comes out, Holmes is in. Looks like Noah Butler will play Schervier here as well. 46-40. The lead was 10. It's down to 6. Give Beloit credit. This is a program that has had only 2 winning seasons since the legendary Bill Napton retired in 1997. Miss on the free throw, but an offensive rebound, and then Nixon lays it in for 2. That's his first bucket. He had missed his first 6 attempts. In those 25 seasons since, Beloit's had a .323 winning percentage. They've won 3 of 4 to start. They're very much in this one. Timeout Aurora, 8:21 left here. 30-second timeout here in this second half. 46-42 is the Aurora advantage. I know what you're thinking. How's that Benedictine North Central game going? Glad you asked. Benedictine is up 63-60 with 20 seconds remaining. Drew Stokes has 13 points to lead the Eagles, and Ethan Hellwig 19 plus 8 rebounds to pace the Cardinals. In addition, Ken Thomas, he has a double-double for the Cardinals, 10 points, 13 rebounds. And how about St. Norbert, Concordia, Chicago? They're in the final 5 minutes. St. Norbert leads 70-67. Jamison Nikolai has 15 points to lead the Green Knights. Jacob Collicott has 13 for the Cougars. Out of the timeout, Davis, Butler, Holmes, Osborne inbounding, and Tyree Spencer into the contest. He'll pass it to Butler on the left wing. Butler drives off the window, good. Lead back to 6. Roy, Nixon, Jenny, Ganiyu, Davis. They're the 5 for the Buccaneers. Davis has it here on the left wing and finds Ganiyu up top to Roy. Davis again in front of his bench. Considered the long 2. Spins his way to the block, tries the fall away, missed. Davis hauls in the board. 7:40 left. Ball inside, good action that time and a good pass. Davis, he feeds Osborne. And it looks like Holmes had to run off. Beloit called a timeout. And it looks like Holmes has to go off. McCautry has replaced him here. I'm not sure that they called a timeout here. I think this was an official's timeout. They're bringing everybody down to this end. It was after a made basket, so it is Beloit with the ability to run the baseline here. 50-42, 7:31 left. Holmes is back. May have gotten hit in the eye there. He's back to the bench. Beloit looking for another rally. Ganiyu up top to Nixon. He's on the left wing. Guarded by McCautry. Swung up top. That's Jenny. Ganiyu screens for him. Jenny doesn't use it. He'll feed Davis for the long 2. No good. Rebound, Roy puts it back. 50-44. Roy just got in there and won the ball, and he has 15 points plus 10 rebounds for his 3rd career double-double, 2nd one this season. Aurora for the response. Spencer to Davis. Quick 3 here from the wing. It's pure. 12 for Isaiah. Spartans by 9. 6.5 left. Roy has it in the half court for Beloit. It's the top of the key. Now Nixon, the spin, the drive, and then missed the layup wildly. Josh Hins wanted a foul. Quick pass the other way. Spencer leaked behind the defense. He lays it in. And Aurora by 11 for the first time tonight. Jenny has it. To Roy. Tries to drive, then pulls up from the elbow and missed. Rebound is tipped. It comes down to Nixon. He collides with McCutchery and is called for the charge. No shots here on the 7th team foul for Beloit. Nixon's second foul. And Aurora will bring the ball up. Beloit 17 of 56 from the field. It just is not going to be anywhere near good enough to win most games. Davis wants 3 more, my goodness. 15, he is 5 of 7 from deep tonight. Lead is 14. Nixon for Roy. Looks inside to Ganiyu. He gets to the rim, lays it in. Timeout Beloit. 5:16 left. It's a 12-point Aurora advantage, 58-46. Full timeout on the floor. This is Aurora University men's basketball. Aurora back to work on Sunday. They will begin conference play in Fond du Lac at Marion. That's an 11 a.m. start, so some coffee, pancakes, and men's basketball to start your Sunday morning. Beloit will take the rest of the week off. They'll begin Midwest Conference play at Lawrence on Tuesday night. By the way, Dubuque not the last action for Aurora. They played an exhibition against UIC. Division I squad up in Chicago. They lost that exhibition 99-48. Michael Osborne and Isaiah Davis had 9 points apiece in that one. Aurora 54% from the field. 22 of 41, 7 of 12 from 3. Free throw shooting has needed room for improvement either way. Beloit 5 of 10, Aurora 7 of 13. But Aurora's heated up of late. They're 12 of 17. Now 12 of 18 here in the second half. After Osborne misses from up top. Final 5. Nixon swings it to Roy for the right wing 3, and he rattles it in. Well, Beloit hasn't shot the 3 well, but they've shot it better, believe it or not, than the rest of their field goal percentage. They're now 6 of 14, which has actually improved quite a bit here over the last stretch of play. 4 of 7 here in the second half. Osborne is open on the right wing after good ball movement. He steps to the free throw line and knocks it down. 60-49. .417 left. Lathan Lewis is back in. He replaced Daquan Davis at the timeout. Pass was looking for a cutting Jenny. He lost it, got it back, found Nixon in tight, and he missed. Just a bit too far under the cylinder. Well, it's been a tough night shooting it for the junior. He's 1 of 9. Now Spencer lost the dribble. Osborne rescued it. Now there's 12 on the shot clock as Osborne picks it up in the center court circle. Butler screens, rolls away, and the hesitation, the drive, the miss, the tip back missed for Davis. He battles, got his own rebound, and is fouled. And he will go to the line for the 1-and-1. That's Ganiyu picking up the foul. His second. Holmes ready to come back in and will replace Spencer here. Davis with 15 points. He is one off of the team high of Michael Osborne, who is 16. A career day. We were waiting for Isaiah Davis to make three-pointers like this. He makes the free throw here. First 4 games, 2 of 18. But a lot of them looked really good and did not fall. And tonight, it has been a different story. They've all looked good. That hasn't changed. Tonight, they're going down, and he has 17 points. 62-49, 3.5 minutes to play. Aurora just needs to take care of business these final 6 or 7 possessions. Here is Schofield. He replaced Nixon a moment ago. Lewis for 3, short, off of apparently Ganillo and out of bounds. Aurora will take it. Samaje Roy, 18 and 10 tonight. Aziz Ganillo, 13 and 8. No one else for Beloit has more than 4. Ganillo and Roy have been relatively efficient. McContry fouled here on the take. He'll go to the line. That's Jenny picking up his first. Ganillo and Roy are a combined 12 of 27. That means the rest of the Beloit roster is 7 of 33. And if you're keeping track at home, that's just north of 20%. 21% to be more specific. First free throw goes. McContry looking for the second. He gets that as well. Aurora back up by a full 5 possessions. It's 64-49. And Beloit, it appears, has run out of gas. They're going to need to continue to shoot well here in the second half from 3. Jenny will try to do his part here, but he missed. Davis gets the rebound. And Steve Christensen calls for this to be slowed down. Aurora in the double bonus. They have the possession arrow. They also have nearly their full allotment of timeout, so they will have every possibility of trying to cool this off if Beloit gets hot, but that may have well just put it away. McContry, the basket in 1. Roy has collected his second foul. The lead is 17 here with 2:23 left, as Aurora has another 8-0 run. They're plus 12 for the half, shooting 67% from the floor here since halftime. McContry for the and 1. It's good. He gets 6. And at this point, it's simply playing out the final 2:18. Brian Roosh has swapped in for Lewis. Comes to Roy here, up top Jenny. Roy again, deep 3. No good there. Ganillo, the offensive board, lays it back in. 15 and 9 tonight for Ganillo. Timeout Beloit. For Roy, he's matched his season high in rebounds. He's 1 off of his career high. For Aurora, Michael Osborne, I mentioned 16 points. Career best 17 for Isaiah Davis. Noah Butler also tonight has 11 points plus 6 rebounds. Does not appear like this one is going to come down to the final possession like it did a year ago. And it appears Aurora is going to survive a night where they were heavily out-rebounded. Now, in fairness, Aurora has missed 21 shots tonight. Beloit has missed 43. It is difficult sometimes to win the rebound battle when there's just that many misses. However, Beloit 21-3 on the offensive glass, so certainly Aurora will want to improve in that area. but Aurora has shot the ball extremely well in the second half. They'll be very pleased with that, and they have made it very difficult on Beloit shooters tonight. So they will certainly take away quite a bit of good here from this contest. McCautry wants 2 more. He gets 2 more. 1:40 left. Aurora 43 points after halftime for being held to 26 in the first half. Roy looking for his career high. Schofield tries to take it inside. He's fouled by Davis with 1:11 to play in this one. One more time at Marion on Sunday for Aurora. 11 a.m. start as they open NAC play. And for Beloit, back in action Tuesday at Lawrence as they open conference play as well. We'll take one more glance as Schofield makes the free throw. It is a final Benedictine over North Central tonight, 67-60. So the Eagles score a quality non-conference victory, and then in the NAC opener tonight, both free throws good here. St. Norbert knocks off Concordia Chicago 86-80 as they open up league play tonight. 22 points for Nikolai Jamison, 20 plus 12 rebounds for Evan Glazer. Beloit scrambling, trying to force a turnover. They fail. Noah Butler lays it in. He has 13. We're into the final minute. It's 71-53. Schofield nearly lost it. Then he misses the 15-footer. It's out of bounds. Aurora 55% from the field tonight, 26 of 47, 7 of 13 from 3. Free throw shooting improved down the stretch as well, 12 of 18, right at their season average. For Beloit, 32%, they're 20 of 63. 6 of 17 from 3, 7 of 12 at the line. Rebounds were 45 to 29 for Beloit, 22 to 3 on the offensive glass. Turnovers 13 for Beloit, 11 for Aurora. There's Roosh for 2. 71-55, they'll blow the whistle. Timeout. I think just to get a substitution in here. Aurora +8 from the bench, +4 in points off turnovers, and +4 in the paint. Also 11-0 on fast breaks. Big area of success for Aurora. Beloit 28-6 on second chances. But Aurora cashed in on 100% of their offensive rebounds. They had 6 points in 3 of those. 17 points, a career best for Isaiah Davis. 16 plus 7 rebounds, 3 assists for Michael Osborne. Noah Butler at 13. Here's a miss for Aurora. Rebound for Schofield. Shot clock's off. Final seconds here. Roy misses. Offensive rebound. Schofield, he puts it back. That'll be the last shot tonight. It'll make it a 14-point game. Aurora into the front court, and they win it tonight. 71-57. Javon McCautry, 8 points, 6 for Josh Holmes, 5 for Dwayne Javere Jr., 4 for Tyrese Spencer, a couple for Akai Doby with 3 steals in this one. And 2 of Aurora's 8 blocks, same for Javere and McCautry. For Beloit, game high 18 points, 10 rebounds for Samaje Roy, 15 and 9 for Aziz Ganiyu. Next up after that was Brian Roosh. He had 5 points, everyone else with 4 or less for the Buccaneers. Aurora with the win and Beloit with the loss. Both 3 and 2. And so a few days off for both. Again, Aurora back on Sunday and Beloit returns on Tuesday night. Big thank you to the AU Athletic Communications and Facilities teams. Well, we're one big team, but multiple teams inside of one big team. Big thanks to their efforts tonight. Again, classes ended a few hours ago. Next 3 days are class-free here on campus. And so for those who stuck around to help out or to support, we had great crowds here for both of our contests. Thanks to them. Also to Matt Davis for his help on the camera. The final 71-57. Spartans win and move to 3-2 on the season. My name is Sean Fry. Aurora with the sweep. Women 83-75 win over Carthage, 71-57 in the men's game over Beloit. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time for Aurora University men's basketball here at athletics.aurora.edu.